Hey guys, James here with Waterford Business Solutions. And one of the things that a lot of times I hear or clients bring to me is, oh, I only need to do accounting to be ready for taxes. And, well, they're not wrong, not inherently. I mean, you do need to do accounting for taxes, and it's definitely, well, debatably the biggest reason to do it. That way it just makes tax time easier. But at the end of the day, it's not the only reason to do it. There's a lot of information that you can pull out of your accounting to help you with understanding your business and to plan for your business's growth and financial future. Now, if you're looking for an accountant or a business partner to work with you to not just handle doing the taxes and telling you that all your books are about taxes, don't hesitate to reach out to us here at Waterford Business Solutions. We are here as business advisors and business coaches, along with as accountants and tax professionals, and we merge that middle ground between what a business coach is going to tell you and what a accountant is going to tell you, and we take that middle road. We've done several videos this month alone kind of talking about what your financial reporting analysis should tell you and what contractor specific accounting is versus normal accounting, all going into where we kind of meet that middle ground and provide that middle opinion of both of those areas. So give us a call at 864-351-0852 or shoot us an email at info@waterfordbusiness.com if you are wanting or feel like you could use some help or information to better understand your finances and or grow your business. Now, at the end of the day, how can accounting help with your business growth? Well, spoiler alert, I just mentioned a video we did like 3-4 weeks ago about financial reporting and analysis, a brief overview of what you should be reviewing and what it should include. Well, that's 90% of how accounting can help you grow. It helps you understand whether people are paying you. It helps you understand whether you've received all the payments into your bank account or whether people are taking payments or improperly reporting things. It helps you understand whether you're undercharging your customers. It helps you understand whether you are paying too much for equipment or offering the wrong equipment at the wrong price. Helps you understand whether you're overstaffed or if your staff is inefficient. Helps you understand if you can afford to buy a new vehicle and afford to finance that vehicle. Helps you understand if you need to buy that new vehicle. Helps you understand where your debt is, how healthy your business is, how much money you can take out of the business as a business owner. All of that is in your financial reporting. And by understanding that, you're leaps and bounds above most people in understanding your growth. Because so often I see clients say, oh, I've got money in the bank account, and they spend it, but then they don't have money when they need it. Or they have money in the business and they choose to take it personally and don't leave anything invested with the company to allow the company to grow. So it harms the company as a whole. I see this over and over and over again, and it's never pretty for me. It always is quite sad, to be honest, but it's something that we do see and that we do want to make sure is taken care of for clients. So accounting can help you in all of those areas. But beyond that, a solid set of accounting and financials and everything like that from the start, it allows you to plan for taxes. So it allows you to leverage your business growth to avoid taxation when possible, or take taxation when you can't afford to grow or leverage any business growth there. End of the day, that's very important. So that's all going to be little things that we want to and need to look at. I talked about it helps you understand whether you can afford a new vehicle. A solid set of financials, a solid set of accounting allows you to create not only a theoretical budget where you're saying, oh, I want to make this much in sales and this will be my expenses. We can use your financials to dial in and say, no, historically, you would spend way more than that on your advertising, or you would spend way more than that on your labor, and it makes sure that the budget that you have in mind for your business growth complies with what's physically possible. Accounting also allows you to take that budget and go from a historical model and a percent-based model and go to a full-blown model of business planning. Okay, we want to grow by this much, and each service tech can only do this much in sales. So if we're looking to double our size, we need 3 more service techs this year. Okay, with 3 more service techs, each service tech's going to cost us X. To have those service techs, we've got to buy vehicles. To buy those vehicles, it's going to look like Y. And now we're budgeting and business planning off of actuals rather than guesstimating and saying, oh, well, I want to double the size of my business, but we don't double the size of your payroll. Or honestly, go higher than that because it might be more than double the size of your payroll. I see people make that mistake all the time when they're trying to budget, when they're trying to business plan, is they give me a sky-high projection of what their sales are going to be. But when we look at their expenses, they don't move the expense needle. They say, oh, well, I'm going to keep paying the same amount for advertising. Well, how are you going to double the size of your business if you're not advertising? And it is possible, don't get me wrong, but let's talk about that. Or, oh, I'm going to double the size of my business, but I'm only going to increase my payroll 10%. That almost is probably not possible. I'll give you like a 99% chance that it's not possible. So we've got to look at things like that. So accounting allows us to do that. And by going ahead and accounting properly, we can, like I said, tax plan. This allows us to put in the estimated tax payments that we need, and we can factor that into your business growth. When we're keeping track of all this, we can then compare to what your goals are of doubling the size of your business at the end of the year, and we can compare back to see what's physically going on. And maybe we're halfway through the year and we realize that, wow, that really was a sky-high goal. We need to cut back, and instead of hiring all these people that we were planning to do, it's not going to work. We don't have the sales coming in. We don't have the workload coming in. So we're going to cut back. I've seen time and time again where a client says, this is what I'm going to do, but they don't look at the facts and the actual. I've actually run into this where a client says, oh, we want to be $1 million company. We're going to spend 7% of our income on advertising. And if they're $1 million company, they're saying, okay, we're going to go ahead and spend $70,000 a year on advertising. Cool. Doesn't hurt to start there, but they were only a $300,000 company, and they're spending $70,000 on advertising. So we're talking basically a quarter of their income is being spent on advertising. And they didn't turn into $1 million company. Not in a month, not in 3 months, not in 6 months. They just kept spending this $70,000 a year to hit that $1 million, but they never hit that $1 million. And the argument they kept giving was, well, this is what we have to do to get here. But the counter to that is they were starving themselves. The business was failing because they were spending so much on advertising and not getting to where they wanted. And at the end of the day, we analyzed it, we looked at it, we talked with them, and we came up and we're like, hey, the reason that you're not getting there isn't because you don't have the pipeline coming in, it's because you don't have the staff to service the pipeline coming in. So they were paying all this money for advertising for jobs they couldn't even do. How did that make sense? Doing proper accounting and digging into that and reviewing that with the client helped them finally understand that, and we drastically changed their business plan, and we got them to $1 million. Not in the timeline they wanted, but we had to prioritize other business growth steps first before we did the advertising to ensure that the business grew smart, not just grew. And that's the important thing with accounting and business growth. Proper accounting, proper business financials allows for a smart business growth, not a reckless or basically sporadic business growth. Almost any time we look at a business failure, let's go to large businesses. Let's look at Toys R Us. Let's look at Circuit City. Wow, that might date me a little bit there. Wow. Let's look at Sears. What went wrong with a lot of these companies? They were trying to grow. They were trying to stay in areas that were not profitable for them. The finances told them that. The accounting told them that. But they wanted to go ahead and stay active and keep that area even though it wasn't working, even though the finances told them it wouldn't work. So accounting is honestly the biggest thing you can do in business growth, because while at the end of the day you need to hire people, at the end of the day you need to buy vehicles, at the end of the day you need to set up processes and systems and everything so that you've got a standard of how you operate, you've also got to cross-collaborate that accounting, or excuse me, those ideas and those fundamentals with the actual and say, okay, can I continue with this path, or do I need to go ahead and stop and regroup here? Helping you understand your accounting, helping you plan for the future, helping you understand your business growth. That's why we have this channel. We provide information, we provide videos like this every single week to help you understand that. Go ahead and like and subscribe to us here. We're happy to give you all this information. We put out videos every single Monday just like this to help explain all this. So go ahead, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join us back here every single Monday. And if you want help or if you need guidance on creating that business growth, give us a call here at Waterford Business Solutions, 864-351-0852, or shoot us an email at info@waterfordbusiness.com.